You don't have to be the bad guy. You are the most talented, most interesting, and most extraordinary person in the universe. And you are capable of amazing things. Because you are the special. And so am I. And so is everyone. Right now, it's about you. And you still can change everything.
Killed it because Legos are boring.
Boring my fucking ass, Lily.
You gotta hug her.
Now enjoy the highly emotional live reaction. Are we ready for this?
No. But...
Yeah. Of course we aren't, but we gotta do it anyway.
Alright, well, let's get this over with.
Entire game for you to figure that out, but sure, you've managed to meet the intellectual standards of a 6-year-old. And then he flies off on Zekrom, and that's the end of the game. Holy shit. No hyperbole, no sarcasm. That was the worst piece of shit I've ever fucking played.
Fuck you.
Oh, piss off.
This game is so fucking boring.
You're boring, Lily. You made us go through 2 fucking days of this, trying to deconstruct literally everything. Just, oh god, I am so fucking over this.
I have seen the inners of fuck, where am I going with this? I have
seen the depths of Tartarus.
I have seen the depths of what
I just said.
It's something. The depths of hell. I don't know. Whatever. I've seen some shit.
Good.
I have seen some shit.
Good God.
It's your typical Pokemon game, but laden with interruptions from annoying fucking characters who only exist to harass you with the most mind-numbing fucking take in the goddamn world.
You know, Lily, if you had actually engaged with the fucking story and had actually decided to read the damn dialogue and actually think about deeper themes on a not surface level, maybe you wouldn't have this fucking opinion now, would you?
See, it's almost like if enjoying the game, like, man, just, has anyone ever told her, like, just enjoy the game, and maybe you'll find some good stuff out of it, like, what, like...
Asking Lily to enjoy something is basically just... It's like asking a dog to it's like asking a dog to walk on the ceiling, I guess.
She's you can see that she's like spamming through the text boxes, like she's not even slowing down to like read the story or read the dialogue. She just wants to get from point A to point B, and just like she's just kind of trying to speedrun the game. Like if you actually read the dialogue and enjoyed the game, maybe you would actually enjoy it more. Wow, what a fucking foreign concept.
You know
asshole.
You know what the thing that's kind of funny about this is
what?
She complains she complains about the gameplay having fucking gameplay. You know what would be better for her? Fuck a fucking walking simulator. Go play fucking Wii Sport, like Wii Fit Plus, with their stupid jogging mini-game.
I got a better idea. Go play Firewatch. If your ass is if this Pokemon game, if you can't really handle this Pokemon game on the DS, go play Firewatch, dude. A walking simulator would probably be better for your standards.
Even
God
even
damn,
better.
you're
Go take a
fooling.
fucking walk outside in the park or something.
Oh my god, yeah.
Get
Oh
some
my God, yeah.
sunlight. Get some serotonin.
Exactly. That way I won't have to be faced with these pointless dialogue boxes that keep stalking me for no reason.
And the whole point of doing an objective review is to... The whole point of her doing this supposed objective review is to see if the game, like, quote, holds up or has merit or examine why people love or dislike a thing. She does none of that because she misses a key part of the fucking gameplay. The plot! And the dialogue that feeds into the fucking plot!
This is also the same person that compared Team Plasma to the Nazis, so I'm genuinely not surprised.
Dude, she calls everyone a Nazi. It's just
Yeah.
That might be I don't know. That might be too generalized, but the amount of time she's compared something to the Nazis it's questionable.
Wait, pause for a second. If I had a nickel for every time she compared something to a Nazi, I'd have more than 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's it isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened more than twice, right?
Oh.
Line in this game is just about how great it is to have opinions. Not about the opinions we have, but how great it is to just fucking have them.
No, that's not correct, Lily. If you'd actually read the damn dialogue instead of mashing through it, just wanting to get from point A to point B, you would have recognized that.
He basically just turned this game into a bushing mat button mashing simulator Pokemon edition on the Nintendo DS.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, no, she's not even playing this on the Nintendo DS. She's playing this on a fucking emulator where she smoothed out the graphics because fucking graphics. I don't know. It's just
Ew, older graphics.
Ew, older graphics. Ew. Ew, Oshwa. I better replace him with that Pokemon that I'm biased against. Yeah, better replace him with Ralts because I'm biased against that Pokemon.
Actually, there might be some truth to that, but I think the main thing is she just wanted a damn Ralts, and she just chose Oshawott to fill that space in.
Yeah, well.
Oh my god, man.
That is the most basic bitch fucking theme in the goddamn world. I have been under duress this entire fucking time, especially when these characters talk about what great friends we are.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Oh, you think you're so cool, don't you? Yeah, good job using this fucking meme. So relatable. Also, I don't think she understands what the concept of a friend is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Lily's relationships were. I don't know her as a person. I don't think I want to know her as a person. I'm sure she did have a childhood friend, but dude, I don't think she knows what the concept of a friendship is. Or, actually, no, I don't even think she knows what the concept of a fictional friend, what a fictional in-game friendship is with the protagonist. The protagonist is not you. You can just name, like, yeah, sure, you play as them, you can name yourself after them, but, like, or you can name them after you, but, like, it's still an established character in the fucking lore. The official canon name is Hilda, as the specific character she's playing as right now, specifically named Hilda. Dude, it's like she can't suspend her fucking disbelief and she thinks everything has to be fucking up to her quote-unquote realistic standards or something. I don't know, that's an over-exaggeration, of course, but, like, Jesus Christ.
Well...
Look,
okay, of course she goes... Of course she wants to murder N because I mean, she's outright stated that, so...
Yeah.
don't care care about the story, sure, but it's not because story in games doesn't interest me. It's because Pokemon's story is simultaneously bad in the most boring way possible.
Lily, it's funny you're fucking saying that since you didn't even read anything beyond doing a funny voice. Even then, you didn't read 95% of the fucking dialogue. You just pressed a shit ton of or whatever you have linked to the A button on your keyboard. You didn't read the damn story. You refused to engage with the story. So you have no fucking ground to say what is good storytelling, what is bad storytelling. Dare I bring up all the other times you've talked about story? Dare I talk about the story you wrote about fucking incest, rape, and child fucking action? All of those for the matter of fact! Miss I didn't write Stockholm. Or Miss I don't know what Stockholm is. Fuck you.
And obscenely omnipresent and intrusive. Over the years, Game Freak has gotten it into their head that Pokemon has to be a typical JRPG with a typical JRPG story, and so the story has commanded a lot more attention and imposes on the player every chance it gets. And like every incompetent writer in video games, Game Freak has simultaneously not changed how they write stories, nor have they dared bruise their ego by offering proper cutscene skip. Black and White are often...
Shut up about the cutscene skip. Again, walking simulators, they exist. If this isn't the game for you, fine. But fuck's sake, dude. I can't even write down anything in the fucking document right now. I think I might just use this, cause oh my fucking Christ.
Praise for having the best story in a Pokemon game, and having listened to so many people say this, I genuinely did wonder if I'd missed something about it all those years ago.
Yes you did, Lily. You fucking did.
Even people who say the story is weak qualify it by saying it's still the best story a Pokemon game has ever had.
What? You know what? No, I'm not touching that.
But no, quite the opposite. They actually have the very worst. At the start, the story positions the idea that Pokemon training is unethical, but the player is actively discouraged from thinking about that at every point in the game. The player cannot speak, cannot interact with any of the characters outside of being ranted to, cannot make decisions about how they raise their Pokemon. Keeping a Pokemon at 0 happiness is still the most difficult task in the entire franchise.
This is such a bad fucking faith criticism to make. I just...
This is such an L take, dude.
Yeah, like... that's the point, Lily. You're not supposed to think that having Pokemon is a bad thing. You're actively... It actively has you... The damn game has you actively constantly prove that wrong, and by the end of the game, you prove N wrong on his thoughts, and on his thoughts about that, too. Jesus Christ. In fact, yes, you're right. You get the point about the whole point of Pokemon is to build bonds with Pokemon with battles and walking around, etc. Yes, that's the whole point of the damn game, and that's why you're supposed to think this premise is stupid. That's okay, you know what? That poor word choice. That's the reason why you're supposed to not agree with this premise. That's the whole point of you going out on this stupid adventure and proving N wrong. Because we, as the protagonist and as the player, know that this ideology is wrong. And we have to prove that the world isn't black and white. It's a whole thing of gray. The whole point of the
black
fucking...
and white. I get it. Black
Yes.
and white, because that's the name of the game.
Yes, and that's exactly why the games are named Pokemon Black and White. It's literally it's literally an oxymoron to prove that, again, world's not fucking black and white. It's a whole shade of fucking gray. Truths and ideals, you have to have both. But and again, she would know this if she actually engaged with the fucking story, but no, she didn't. And even then, that whole premise is proven to be a straw man, because Getsus is doing the whole evil team thing again. I'm starting to fucking lose my voice right now. Oh, Jesus Christ, how inept can you fucking be? Fuck, man.
Yeah, this was a pretty shitty experience. I don't think I would ever want to relive something like this ever again, or just rewatch this in any way. I never want to rewatch this ever again. This has been a really shitty perspective on black and white.
And I've got to go through this 2 more times. Keep that in mind.
Oh no. Eh.
The usual token character who treats Pokemon like tools is literally in Team Plasma, and furthermore, the game reassures the player very quickly that Team Plasma is completely full of shit. And
well, cool, congratulations, you get the fucking point of their hypocrisy.
Those that are true believers are often given dialogue about how
Lily, you missed this in one of the earlier games. Do you not know what a fucking cult is? They are literally the definition of hypocritical. They preach one thing and then do the exact opposite thing of what they preach. That's how cults work. And even then, a lot of it is just brainwashing. Because, again, they're brainwashed. Yes, they're still individuals who are making their own fucking actions, and yes, that's on them. But again, that's the point. They're fucking cults. They, you know what? Just trying to explain anything intellectually is just a waste of breath.
Right they are and how dumb it is to disagree with them, and like, oh my god, don't they just sound like so arrogant?
Because they are!
Being the plot of the game, the player is never once asked or even empowered to think about Pokemon battling and how you treat your Pokemon. Not once.
Because that's not the damn point of the game!
The game doesn't give you a chance to be a bad trainer. You can reduce your Pokemon's happiness all the way to 0.
This isn't the fucking Undertale genocide route! This is not the point of the fucking game! God! Holy shit!
And make it hate you, but N's dialogue when he talks to your Pokemon is literally unable to take this into account. It's not like the game checks your friendship level, it's just hard-coded dialogue. So even if you try to be a bad trainer, the game just ignores it. And that's because, for obvious reasons, Game Freak doesn't want you thinking about the ethics of Pokemon battling.
Because that's not the point of the story, not the point of the game!
They write like J.K. Rowling, literally screaming in someone's ear.
Oh, fuck you!
I am sorry? They write like J.K. Rowling. Huh?
Dude, I didn't think it could get any worse than this, any worse than me starting to lose my fucking voice, and yet here we are. Here we fucking are.
I'm honestly really, the fact that she managed to compare Pokemon to funny, quirky, wizardly shit from book, does not compute. It does not compute. Error, does not fucking compute.
We got like 4 minutes of this left.
Thank God.
How can it get any worse?
Hermione, open your ears. They like being enslaved.
It already is worse. We may have thought the worst is yet to come. My man, Miles, we're already in the worst.
Oh God. Oh.
Even N, the character the fandom falls over to praise, largely only talks about beliefs in the most vague, esoteric way possible.
No, he doesn't.
How he needs to confirm his beliefs, make people agree with him, yada yada yada. This isn't a game about ideas. It's about the idea of having ideas.
No, not really. No, Lily.
Which is weak. There's a point in the game where the main characters encounter Team Plasma, and in response to their rhetoric state that everyone has their own opinion, and it's wrong to try and force others to conform to your opinion. Sorry, did I say a point? I meant every time Team Plasma shows their fucking face. It's about the—
No, not really. You only showed 3 examples out of the however many fucking times you...
only point the game has. It doesn't even ask you to consider Pokemon abuse, like, not once. Despite having an entire mechanic for it, it's never once put on the table.
Did you just gloss over the fact that they literally kicked Amuna to hell and back? You're showing it right now!
It answers that moral question for you very quickly,
irony.
and the answer is, you're already doing the right thing. Don't think. Don't reconsider consuming our product. Please keep consuming product.
No, and no. There it is again with the fucking random insertive of fucking... I don't know if she's anti-capitalist or whatnot, but like, just stop. That's not, again, stop. Just stop. You're not engaging with the story. You don't engage with the story. You're not engaging with the story. You don't have a fucking platform to talk here. So, what makes you think of, what does this have to do with fucking, you know what, my brain is mush. I'm not even, those last 30 seconds of what I just said, I can't even process or make sense of.
It honestly felt weird playing through this. Like, am I in the fucking Twilight Zone? What am I missing?
Lily, you're missing literally you're literally missing every single foundational point of what makes this game great and why people love it in the first place. But no, and even then, you could have asked, like, well, actually, I was about to say you could have asked why people love this game so much, but no, she refuses to listen to other people's ideas. She's always objectively right. She has a case of being objectively right. Oh my god.
Then I had to pull back and remember, this isn't a majority opinion. I'm not saying anything controversial. A lot of Pokemon fans bounced right the fuck off the Unova games. Gen 5 has a dedicated cult following that...
What? No. Oh, yes, Generation 5 was very controversial when it first came out, but now, people fucking appreciate it, especially with the fucking slop we get today.
It's like, really aggy and defensive, but the games themselves...
It's not a minority opinion, it's a fucking majority opinion. Jesus Christ.
...are just not very good. And it's easy to see why. For all the features and all the bold new directions, the actual main game...
You didn't actually engage with any of the features.
The thing you have no choice but to do because everything else is locked behind it is terrible.
You're terrible. You're terrible. I'm saying it outright. You're terrible. You're a terrible critic. God. Holy shit, John. Just, Jesus. Am I alive?
Yeah.
Is this reality?
Well, check your pulse. I don't know. Just check your pulse. See if you're still breathing, I guess.
It's a constant sequence of being dragged by the neck by every single character in the map, not being left to your own devices for a moment while characters all spout the exact same thing at you every single time, and a villain for whom his main philosophy is message board spam. And then there's the issue of the Pokemon themselves.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Generation 5 had no returning Pokemon, and it was all new Pokemon.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. You can catch the older Pokemon... You can catch the older Pokemon after you enter the Pokemon League. And also, they brought back the older Pokemon and dispersed them. Dispersed them in the sequels, which I'm going to assume you're going to refuse to elaborate on. Why? That's part of the main story still.
I caught a Ditto one time, like when I was playing Pokemon White.
Exactly.
So is that kind of like, you know?
And that's from the first fucking generation. Just because the Pokemon you can't okay, just because in the first two games, you can't capture any of the older Pokemon until post game, that doesn't mean they're not there. They're still in the game. Even then, if you were that desperate, you can just fucking trade them over from another copy of the game. And even then, you're playing on an emulator, and you cheated and put a fucking Gardevoir as your starter, so you're dude.
Unfortunate. How unfortunate.
Which is a bold decision, but it's also a big reason a lot of people bounced right off. A lot of people want to play with their favorites. This isn't a problem I have, honestly. I don't need a full team of my favorites.
Then why are you bringing it up as a criticism for your own thing? God.
Favorites, just the one will do. But this refusal to accept new Pokemon isn't a problem that any other generation has had. People find new favorites in the new generations all the time.
Like people did it for Generation 5? Are you kidding me? What the hell kind of a point is this? Holy shit! It's like Generation 5 is suddenly just the one where, oh, everyone hates all the new Pokemon. Dude! You invalidate this own point in something you said earlier. You said you love Trubbish, Clink Clink, and all the other Pokemon that look like a fucking simplified logo. And that is not to insult, those Pokemon, by the way, before anyone fucking points it out.
Trubbish is a fucking god, man. Like,
he's great. I love him.
yeah, he's a little bag of garbage, you know.
Every gen births new fan favorites, so why did Gen 5 suffer? Well, because in the other gens, you get to experiment at your own desire. Generation 5 forces you to only use new Pokemon. And
What? No.
Is she completely discounting... Okay, look. If you can't use your favorite Pokemon, okay, fine. If you don't like that, that's fine. I don't disagree with that. I have my favorite Pokemon. I always trade in a fucking Spoink or Grumpig into my copy of the game because it's my favorite Pokemon. At least if it has that... At least if it exists in that generation. But... Are you completely discounting the fact that there's multiple type matches, other factors other than using your fucking favorite Pokemon?
it's not immediately apparent where the fun ones are. You don't have any choice but to play the game their way. And no...
That's... Dude, there's always going to be some linearity in these kinds of games. You're... good lord, man. Like, okay, fine, to give her some fucking credit, I guess. This game is a little bit more linear than some Pokemon games of past. Okay, if you're not a fan of that, fine, but she's calling it a bad game based on these on mostly these merits alone. And again, she just fails at being an insightful critic. And honestly, I think it's just opinionated to I just don't like how this franchise works, or I don't like the gimmicks, or whatever. I don't think Pokemon is for her.
Yeah, I think that's a little, yeah. It gets a little more obvious that I don't think these genres of games are for her. Honestly, like, just play something else, dude. Like, honestly, in my professional opinion, as the medic would say, just load up TF2, have a session with the boys, and just Team Fortress 2, man.
And I know someone will try and like make the argument of, dude, my brain is so fried right now. I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Yeah, I think you should just use this recording as reference.
Yeah.
Because I think yeah.
Nobody likes that attitude from any developer. The problem with Pokemon, like, just as a whole, like, as we continue on, has always come down to the senior devs at Game Freak, the game directors.
She's just going to she's going to fucking, insult, like, more personal attacks, isn't she?
Entire Pokemon series since Ruby and Sapphire has been directed by two guys who are so clearly stuck in their ways and refuse to budge on anything. Masuda's answer for why the Battle Frontier, a niche but beloved feature, wasn't included in ORAS was kids are stupid and never put down.
Okay. I read this, and Lily is just completely misconstruing and misrepresenting what is being said. It pisses me the ever-loving fuck off, but I just don't have any words I just don't have any words. Okay, John, we live in the TikTok generation, correct? There are scientific studies proving there are scientific studies proving that our attention spans are literally getting shorter and shorter, especially with more and more short-form content, correct?
Yep.
So, on one hand, yes, it's disappointing that the Battle Frontier didn't make it into the remakes, and that, of course, that's going to disappoint the older fans. Unfortunately, they also have to take into account that A, it's a fucking company, and B, they still have to conform to current generational and market standards. Which, yes, again, is disappointing, but maybe the bigger issue needs to be addressed instead of focusing on... Okay, let me rephrase. Maybe we should find out the root of the problem of what is being described instead of focusing on the problem itself. Or, god damn it, just... Dude, just... Dude...
on their phones. Masuda clearly has a bug up his ass about a lot of things, and that's evident in the breakdown in this very game, where he has every character loudly and aggressively shout down any and all criticisms of the Pokemon world.
No.
This isn't just a rant against PETA and all the dogfighting jokes.
Dude. Can Lily make any kind of... Can Lily make any kind of informed statement other than just falling back on base level ideas or what she perceives to be the sole reason of anything?
That is unfortunately not one of her not something that she can quite possibly do. It's a foreign concept to her, unfortunately.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is a rant against anyone who wants to change Pokemon into something other than what he wants it to be. People who...
That's not correct, and that's... Dude, what? You just want it to be something different. You just want it to be something completely deviates from what makes Pokemon special. You just want it to be your vision.
Who think Pokemon should conform to their views, at least from his perspective. I said earlier that the insistently simple dialogue is a reflection on the director, not Team Plasma. And it is. This is Masuda saying directly to you, if you think Pokemon should be something other than a typical JRPG, you're stupid.
Lily, fuck off and fuck you. Like...
That's literally what she thinks. Like, that's literally what she's thinking right now. Like Pokemon is a JRPG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's literally saying that she wants Pokemon to be something other than a JRPG, while also saying if you want Pokemon to be something else than a JRPG, then fuck off. So like, what are you trying to say here?
I'm pretty sure this is just projection at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's kind of confusing because like you're saying one thing and then you're saying another thing that goes against that thing. And, like, just make up your mind.
And Pokemon always is and always has been a JRPG. You can't just even in spin-offs, you can't just fundamentally change what makes Pokemon Pokemon. This is what it's always been about. Again, if this is not the kind of game for you, Lily, then you don't have to play this game. And I hate resorting to this fucking fallback of an excuse, but like, you're asking the game to be something that it's not. And
unless it was that one Pokemon game on a Nintendo 64 that I can't remember.
Hey You
right
Pikachu?
Now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why that game isn't very well beloved. Jesus.
Yeah, cause they changed it. They changed the fundamental formula of Pokemon there, and people hated it.
It's not even
like it's like with Animal Crossing on the Wii U. Like people were getting sick of the game being just the same thing over and over again. And then on the Wii U, they were like, yeah, let's just make it a party game. And guess what happened? Everybody fucking hated it. You can watch Scott the Waz's video. He goes into why people hated it, why the game is as bad as it is. Like, changing the game to something else is not gonna make it good in the long run. Like, come on, man.
And maybe someone will try and point out, well, hey, why is Mario Party? I mean, like, why is Super Mario able to like do all of these different kinds of genres and stuff?
because he's like a jack of all trades. He's a jack of all trades. Like you can put him in a kart racer and people will fucking love it. Golf, yeah. Hunting license, I hope so. I hope he's renewed it.
and like the base game of Super Mario Brothers, which people forget about the original Mario Brothers arcade anyway. So the base formula of Mario is literally just point A to point B. It's so simplistic that it allows you to expand on those ideas and expand on different genres. With different genres.
That's why we have games like Super Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey, you know, all that.
Yeah, and even then those are just point A to point B while doing quests along the way. And even then, like if you examine like stuff like Mario Party or the Mario RPG series, they're still able to take the bare bones concept of what makes Mario Mario and still run with it. I guess an exception would be like the Mario Kart series or something, because as far as I'm aware, there's not exactly too much of a story with that. It's just fun kart racing. But like,
and also a great way to tear apart friendships, but that's a different story.
But like, yeah, like you said, Mario, he's more of a jack of all trades. He's and to quote this, Mario the idea versus Mario the man. That's the thing. He's more of a concept, if anything. Pokemon, meanwhile, is part of a genre. A specific genre, for that matter. Ah, Jesus.
And you're a tyrant, and we hate you, and you're secretly evil, and you're an annoying twat with dyed hair. Okay, Boomer.
Oh my god, we're finished. Oh my god.
Thank God. Thank God. Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Stop the recording now.
Yeah. There was probably a lot I missed in that, and some other valid criticisms I could have made, but it took us 2 days, and at that point, my brain was mush, and I could not, and I was serious about this, write anything down because it was just too frustrating at that point. But, unfortunately, we still aren't done quite yet. So, stay tuned for the final part, everybody.